think today went?
I mean, all things considered, it went pretty well. They could have easily put on a couple runs there. We made some really, really good plays behind me. So thankful for that. Just, kind of had to grind through it a little bit, but pretty happy with it.
What was it like to see those defensive plays throughout the game, not just when you were on the mound, but what they did at the plays at the plate and in the field, that this was a game where you guys won with your defense as much as anything?
Yeah, I mean, especially in the infield, we do a really good job there. So, they work every day for it. I think we've seen it throughout the year. I think today was just one of the games where we saw it a lot, just because we got in positions where they could make really good plays. Not surprised. I wasn't surprised to see any of the plays, but definitely pleased with it.
What was going through your head on Tommy's throw home?
I was running to back up the plate, so I didn't see where the runner was. I got a good view of the throw coming in. Obviously a perfect throw. But I mean, they're gonna, take their chances sending guys. Obviously when they're not scoring. So glad they sent him there, and then it's just playing catch after that.
In terms of your own stuff, what did you feel like worked, and what would you like to see better next time out?
I mean, they did a good job. I was happy with pretty much everything today. I'll have to rewatch the game, but off the top of my head, I wasn't unhappy with a whole lot.
I know you've seen these guys quite a bit already in your career. You get a win against them. At least the team gets a win against them. How do you feel about getting some breaks your way against them? That has not been frequent in your times starting against them so far.
I mean, we just made good plays. Like I said, just got in positions to make the plays, and we executed them behind me. And we just one of those games we had to grind through it a little bit.
You feel like they were kind of driving your pitch count up, foul balls, putting balls in play, things like that. What did you see from that perspective in terms of them just being able to keep at bats alive?
Yeah, they did a really good job today. I think that's one of the things that teams try to do against me, and we've done a pretty good job, at times this year of, counteracting that. Today was just one of the days where they did a better job than we did. So, there were a lot of pitches that I executed that they just got, just touched. Some for hits, a lot for foul balls, and some for outs. But just one of those days.
You called it a game of catch, or playing catch, the plays at the plate. But Henry made two plays that got outs, critical plays there. How impressed were you by what he did back there?
Yeah, I mean, calls a great game, receives well, blocks well, throws well, all that. But made a couple really nice tags there. Obviously, the one from Tommy wasn't super close, but the play at the plate, as I was watching, I thought it would be confirmed. At the very least, it was going to stand. Obviously, it did stand, but he did a really good job on that tag. Another one of those things that you need to take pride in as a catcher, because it makes a big difference.
Do those plays make you miss being behind the dish?
Yeah. I mean, they never let runners truck the catchers either. I grew up in the wrong era. I would have loved that. But yeah, I do. Plays at the plate are fun. Speaking from experience.
The 37 runs of the previous 4 games have obviously been the storyline, but what have you seen from the pen and the job that they've done to keep this winning streak going?
I mean, they've done a good job all year. So at this point, it's a lot of kind of everything clicking at once, offensively, defensively, starting pitching and bullpen. I think it's been a really good stretch of games. Just got to keep it going.
Well, coming into the year, you talked a lot in spring training about efficiency, getting the most out of your starts. I know today was only 5, but you're second, I think, in the NL in innings pitch. How do you feel like you followed through on that, and what have you kind of learned? First year without, I guess, any lack of a better way of saying it, strict restrictions like last year.
Yeah, it's definitely been better than it was last year. There's still room to work for sure. So, that's the beauty about this game. We have the opportunity to constantly evolve, play the cat and mouse game, and I think we're learning how to do that very well. I think there's more room to go, but obviously, you know, throwing innings is a product of being efficient. And, you know, I want to say that I got to this many innings quicker than I did last year. Off the top of my head, I don't know, but it feels like that. Yeah, just got to keep going and keep learning.
Thanks, Paul.